Panic disorder and panic attacks, understanding and overcoming the cycle. Panic disorder and panic attacks can be extremely debilitating. They often feel overwhelming and, over time, can significantly impact your life. The good news, which I want to share with you right away, is that it is possible to fully recover from panic disorder. In this discussion, I'll walk you through the fundamentals, offer a framework for understanding what's happening, and explain how you can move beyond panic attacks for the long term. Symptoms and the fear of recurrence. Panic attacks come with a range of intense symptoms: sweating, heart palpitations, a racing heartbeat, the fear of dying or going crazy. Some people feel like they can't breathe or swallow. Nausea, dizziness, lightheadedness. Panic attacks can feel truly awful. What often happens after a first attack is that the experience is so terrifying, you naturally never want to feel that again. However, the real issue is that the fear of having another panic attack grows stronger. You may begin avoiding situations, places, or activities in an effort to prevent another episode. Ironically, this anticipation and fear of a future attack is what often transforms panic attacks into panic disorder. Recognizing the symptoms for what they are. Fully understanding the symptoms can help. Many people experience them, and knowing that they're common panic symptoms can reduce the sense that something is horribly wrong. Yes, reading a list of symptoms may feel anxiety-provoking at first, but recognizing them can be grounding. Additional symptoms may include chills, hot flashes, derealization, a sense that things aren't real, or depersonalization, feeling detached from oneself. You don't need to experience all of these symptoms to be diagnosed with a panic attack. Only 4 are required. Typically, a panic attack is a short but intense burst of fear and anxiety that peaks within 10 minutes and resolves soon after, although lingering sensations can remain. The cycle of panic disorder. Each new panic attack can increase your fear of the next one. I've also created a video that can help if you're in the middle of an attack or if you're anticipating one. It contains real-time techniques to calm your physiological response. Hopefully, though, you're watching this in a calm moment, simply wanting to learn how to overcome this disorder for good. Effective treatment: cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a highly effective, research-supported treatment for panic attacks. The techniques I'll describe are CBT-based. Many people successfully use self-help methods, but you may benefit from working with a trained professional. If you're new here, my name is Barbara Heflin. I was a psychotherapist for over 20 years with a private practice specializing in anxiety and trauma. I know firsthand that people can recover from panic disorder through talk therapy. But first, let's understand the mechanics of how panic disorder develops. CBT and the panic cycle. CBT focuses on the connection between our thoughts, cognitions, physical and emotional sensations, feelings, and behaviors. These elements are interconnected and influence one another. While many say panic starts with a thought, for some people it begins with a physical sensation, without a conscious thought. That's okay. The important part is recognizing how the cycle works. Let's explore 2 examples. Case 1, panic triggered by thoughts, Robert's story. Robert had a traumatic experience in 9th grade. He was athletic and loved basketball. But during his first game, he accidentally scored on the wrong basket. The audience gasped, and his teammates were upset. He was humiliated, visibly blushing, and skipped school for days. This emotional trauma left a deep mark on him. From then on, whenever he had to perform in front of a crowd, he would feel intense anxiety. To cope, he avoided such situations. But over time, even the anticipation of being in front of others would trigger strong anxiety and full-blown panic attacks. In Robert's case, the panic cycle started with thoughts: I'll mess up, everyone will laugh, I'll be humiliated. These thoughts led to avoidance, which prevented him from having positive experiences that could rewire his emotional brain. This cycle of avoidance, fear, and panic eventually solidified into a panic disorder. Case 2, panic triggered by physical symptoms, Susie's story. Susie, on the other hand, experienced her first panic attack with no warning. She was in a grocery store when, suddenly, her heart started racing. She felt as though she was having a heart attack. There were no distressing thoughts leading up to it, just physical sensations that overwhelmed her. She collapsed to the floor, and someone called 911. After medical tests ruled out any physical illness, the doctor told her she had a panic attack. However, it's worth noting that panic attacks are physical. They involve real physiological responses, even if not caused by a traditional medical condition. Susie went home embarrassed, thinking, "I never want that to happen again." The question in her mind became, will it happen again? That fear planted the seed for future panic. In Susie's case, the attack seemed to come out of nowhere. But often, even these seemingly random episodes are rooted in past traumatic or stressful experiences lodged in the subconscious mind. Understanding the panic cycle in physical first cases. When panic starts physically, the interpretation of those symptoms is key. For Susie, the racing heart and dizziness meant something was terribly wrong. She believed she might be dying. That interpretation created more anxiety, which intensified her symptoms, thus reinforcing the panic cycle. Even though there was no initial conscious thought, her brain perceived danger and sent her into a state of alarm. Over time, people like Susie can explore possible subconscious triggers, often rooted in early life experiences, and address them with professional support.